in relation to the development of these particular amendments. Nobody knew what durable relationship was, even government ministers. And actually it's interesting that we had advice that was leaked the day before the referendum from the Attorney General, which basically backed up exactly what we were saying all along, that this would leave it wide open for litigation in terms of social welfare, immigration, family law and taxation. And yet it's interesting that when Roger O'Gorman was asked specifically, did he get any advice from legal experts on this, he refuted that and said no. And I believe that Roger O'Gorman misled the people in relation to this, and there's serious questions to be answered. I also think the serious questions to be answered by the political establishment in this country, because they're simply not listening to the people. It is incredible that the whole bubble of Leinster House has got it so wrong in terms of what the people are saying.
I'm back in on that.
I think, first of all, to be fair, I mean, you can look at, there's real questions around why the Attorney General's advice was leaked in the first place, and we'll have to get to the bottom of that. But actually, I could look and read the Attorney General's advice to say it absolutely supports everything we've been saying for the last couple of months with regard to how Strive will actually work, and it'll empower people to be able to get access to more rights than they had heretofore. Come here, there's no doubt that we have to look at the messages, but I refute the fact that government is out of touch. We had a citizens' assembly on these particular issues, and then we had 9 months of a committee that I sat on.
But you've ended up, it looks like, with a no-no.
I totally get that, but it's not fair to say that we didn't have consideration at length as to what we were trying to put to the people. Obviously, clearly the message didn't land, but it's not true to say that we didn't spend months and months and months on this.
I think this election was a David versus, or this referendum was a David versus Goliath referendum. We had ourselves and a handful of independents, etc., battling the political establishment and all the groups, the NGOs that receive funding from the political establishment as well. And I think, for the opposition, I would say this, like in working class areas, in Sinn Féin and Labour heartlands, we had significant no votes here. It looks like to me that the leadership of those parties are actually marooned from their support base in terms of this. That's a very dangerous place to be if you're the leader of a opposition party such as Sinn Féin or the Labour Party in advance of an election.